No kidding, Ronnie. You know, I'm real lucky. I get to ditch that math test. And you get more attention than anybody. And the food is so great. Oh.
When was the last time I walked into a room and didn't find both of you laughing at some secret joke?
Hey, Mr. and Mrs. Ryan.
Hi, Ronnie.
How are you guys doing?
We're fine.
How are you, dollface?
I'm okay. When are we going home?
As soon as the operation's complete, sweetheart, we'll be out of here.
Is Kim gonna be all right, Mom?
Of course she is, Ronnie.
Yeah, that artificial heart should make her as good as new.
Thanks for coming by, you guys. Both of you.
We all needed the support and a miracle or two.
Well, we wanted to be here, Alan. Kimberly's been like family since she and Ronnie were babies.
You know, Karen and I always knew that Kim would ultimately need the heart surgery. We just never expected it to happen when she was still so young.
But the good news is the synthetic heart is on its way. It'll be here any minute.
Yeah, according to what I've read, that heart's gonna revolutionize medicine.
It arrived by air from New York, and it's en route now from the airport by armored car.
Dr. David, please
You know, I'm almost afraid to think that everything's gonna be okay.
Dr. David, please report to the cast room.
There it is! It's here!
Oh, already?
I want to see it. What's going on, Ronnie?
Park around the side.
I got someone stealing the heart.
Hold it right there!
Why would anybody do this to Kim? Mom? Dad? What happens now?
The day after tomorrow. A time when criminals rule the city. The only weapon that can stop them needs a driver.
A man without a memory can be supplied with one. After a little cosmetic fine-tuning, he'll be our driver.
Let's initiate changeover.
3, 2, 1, activate.
The most wanted man on wheels is about to change sides. Now, against a corrupt system, a lone fight for justice. Viper is taking back the streets.
The hospital's doing what it can. You need to get a little rest.
Rest? We are talking about my daughter here, Julian. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's just that in situations like this, Karen's the strong one. I lose control.
Kim's got the best doctor in the city. He's doing all he can.
What about the police? What are they doing?
Came as soon as I got your call, Julian.
Alan, this is that friend of mine I was telling you about. He's offered to help.
If the police can't get that heart back, how can you?
I have my own resources. Just give me a chance, Mr. Ryan. I heard a pretty garbled report about the ripoff on the news. Any idea why someone would steal an artificial heart?
Well, for starters, it's a one-of-a-kind prototype. The heart's a melding of synthetic flesh and nanomechanics, about as state-of-the-art as you can get.
Alan's daughter, Kimberly, has a rare tissue-degenerating heart disease. She was chosen in the national lottery to be the first recipient.
Any word from the thieves? Ransom demands, maybe?
Not a word. According to Metropole, no one's called. The heart's vanished.
So it might be a rival manufacturer?
Or just a thief looking to make a profit, selling to the highest bidder.
Or someone who needs the heart personally.
That heart, it's her last and only chance.
I understand. I'll do whatever I can.
Whoever stole that heart from Kimberly doesn't have one of his own.
How many takers do we have in tonight's auction, Mr. Stathis?
I'm working on it.
I hate this town. Can't wait to hit the road and get the hell out of here.
We've got 6 bidders lined up right now. They've all paid the admissions fee and they know how to log on for the auction.
Still waiting on Mr. Johansson?
Oh, yes, he's jetting in from Sweden to participate in the bidding personally. Though, frankly, I think he'd rather be bidding to buy you.
If he's too cheap to call ahead from his private 747, what the hell is he doing in this transaction anyhow? You call his people and tell them he's got 5 minutes to come up with the entry fee, or he's out.
I liberated the security videotape from the hospital. Now, as you can see, the thief is too heavily disguised for any kind of identification.
What about the accomplice on the bike?
Can I tell you something, Joe? You're stepping all over my presentation here.
Frankie, we're racing against time. What's the story?
His name is Lou Stathis, and his rap sheet's already into volume 2. The wonder years. He's strong on muscle, kicked a lot of butt in the Midwest, but he's also a computer hacker of some notoriety.
Stathis is the guy who terrorized the data web from behind bars a few years back.
Correctamundo, amigo.
What the hell's a data web?
It's an underground computer bulletin board for trading information.
This stuff can't be dealt with through normal channels, you know, like between police and informants.
Stathis is a genius at breaking and entering any kind of computer security system.
So, if a deranged duck like Stathis is driving getaway for a thief...
Then whoever snatched the heart is more dangerous than he is.
I've got connections on the data web that have owed me favors for years. This seems as good a time as any to collect.
We're about to start the bidding, ladies and gentlemen. I will not tolerate any waste of my time. The heart is unique. Another prototype won't be available for at least another 6 months. Far too long, I'm sure, for any of our bidders to wait. Shall we open at, say, 5 million?
I'll take the minimum.
I expect serious competition here, so you better be quick with your bids and ante up. There's not going to be another chance. And if your bids aren't more substantial, I'll simply terminate the auction.
6 1/4.
There's 6,500,000.
All right, 7 million. Too rich for my job. 7 3/4.
I'll go 8 1/4.
Man, I told you guys, 1% of this job would make you rich.
Don't count your money till it's in your wallets.
My data web informant tells me that Stathis has been locked into this outlaw network all night. And what he does is he hacks into the computer network and creates electronic barriers that can only be crossed with a password.
Which we don't have.
True, but we've got me.
True. Why don't I just go out and triangulate their signal in the Defender?
Because that'll eat up valuable time we don't have. If I can slip through the scramble gate, we can tap directly into their modem lines.
Hello. It's Aaron Graff. Someone's trying to break in.
It's probably Johansson. Get rid of him.
Adelante.
Got him, Miss Ehrengraf. Blew him to pixels. Nobody breaks in.
Damn it, Julian, they nailed you. Now what?
Relax, Joe. He got my decoy. As far as Stathis knows, he nailed it. But we'll be inside in a minute. Just have to unlock a few more codes here. And we can eavesdrop on their every word.
Julian, you are a genius.
We'll go another quarter.
Yeah, well, just don't let it get around.
9,500,000.
9 3/4. $10 million.
10 and a quarter. 10 and a quarter. We'll go 10 3/4.
45 withdrawals.
Ay, que se yo no puedo. Withdraw. Under 12 million. Go 12.5.
Survival of the fittest. Now, who wants this heart the most?
$14 million.
It will be over in a moment.
I'm not authorized to go.
Sold to bidder number 6. $14 million. $7 million in advance. No checks, please.
When and where do we meet?
Patience number 6.
If we could afford patience, you wouldn't be getting $14 million.
As we agreed, you wired the funds into my bank account. Meet me tomorrow afternoon at the Metro Museum of Art. 3:46 exactly.
The password is, I always preferred the Cubist period. Send one man, unarmed, L58P.
What's with these numbers?
Anyone who can come up with that kind of cash is going to want to remain anonymous.
Bar's got another 5 minutes. Looking at your watch every 5 seconds isn't going to make the time go by any faster.
I've always preferred the Cubist period.
I expected you to be punctual to the minute, as I asked. But if I knew it was going to be you, Peyton, I would have come sooner. You always did like to show up a little early, check things out.
I made great time. I'm on a very tight schedule. Where's the package?
This must be a real come down for you, huh, Peyton? Glorified errand boy?
Look, I'm in a hurry.
You're in a hurry? That's what you said when I took the fall for the diamond exchange job. Remember that? When you came rushing in and kept me from taking out that guard? You walked away scot-free. I did 6 years in federal prison.
I've always preferred the Cubist period.
I've always preferred the Cubist period.
Hello?
I said 3:46 exactly, Peyton. You're a little early. He's right on time.
What's going on here?
I paid $7 million up front. Now I want that heart.
Well, if someone could tell me the name of the bank that the money was transferred into.
It's the bank.
Come on, pal. Let you and me go take a look at the neoromantics, huh?
That's right, I'm with her now. You can release the remaining $7 million.
I have to end it to you, Miss Ehrengraf. You think of everything. That fake card? Stroke of genius.
Always prepared for any eventuality. After that attempted break-in at the bidding, I thought we might have trouble, but I never thought it was going to be Michael Payton.
I notice there's no love lost between you two.
Payton cost me too many years behind bars to ever forgive.
I've released the funds. Now where is the heart?
Patience, Dr. Daniels. It's in the trunk. Why are you still shaking, little man?
I'm afraid Mr. Price didn't tell me to expect this sort of thing.
Leonard Price? How interesting.
It won't be necessary to tell him that I mentioned his name, will it, Miss Ehrengraf?
Tell me, Dr. Daniels, are you getting a percentage of this job from Mr. Price?
I'm his doctor. He's a very sick man.
So the heart is for him?
Yes.
I understand he treats all his employees like cattle. Is that true?
He can be difficult to deal with, yes.
Well, I've got an idea for this heart that'll make 14 million seem like small change. Are you interested?
Just one moment. Are you suggesting something criminal?
You've already crossed the line, pal. Grand theft, transporting stolen goods, condemning a child to death. All for the sake of putting a new ticker in some crazy old man. Might as well get rich in the process.
You've got to hold it together, Alan. For you and Karen, as well as for Kimberly.
I know, Mara, but it hurts to be held up so high and dropped like a stone.
Joe and Julian are doing everything they can to find that heart.
Where are they, anyway?
They're around.
Dr. Pearlstein to cardiac.
Look, you traced the winning bidder's signal somewhere in the city, right?
Right, within a 10-mile radius of downtown.
So if he's been a coronary patient, he's probably on record here.
Are you sure this is gonna work?
Of course it'll work. I'm just annoyed you gotta wear the clothes with no back. Any better ideas?
No. Still like to know how you got these outfits.
You don't want to know. So Kimberly's condition is deteriorating rapidly.
Yeah, no, the poor kid slipped into a coma.
Look at this thing here. Just check these hospital records. Maybe a recent coronary patient.
Not many people could afford $14 million to save his own life.
It would be so cool to let a little girl die.
Every door isn't always locked, you know.
Old habits die hard.
Ready to do our segments?
Yes, sir.
Your boys are ready to take over here?
They're on their way.
All right, cuff these idiots, then tell Daniels to call up the nurses and meet me outside of Price's bedroom.
Where the hell is Dr. Daniels? He called for the funds transfer over an hour ago. It's about time. You'd better get that damned heart inside me, and fast.
Don't you even have a twinge of conscience, old man? That little girl's as good as dead without this heart.
With everything I've given the world, I deserve that heart more than some juvenile delinquent.
That's what I thought you'd say.
My sense of humor is fading rapidly, young woman. Give me my heart.
It's not yours yet.
You've been richly rewarded.
I changed my mind. That is a woman's prerogative now, isn't it? I've decided to add handling charges. Don't bother trying to call your security staff. They've been neutralized. All of them. I'm in charge now.
You know who you're dealing with here. What are you trying to pull? Daniels!
Relax, Mr. Price.
I'm with her.
I went over those hospital files, and it seems that Leonard Price was being treated for an incurable and imminently fatal heart ailment similar to Kim's.
Leonard Price, the billionaire? He's supposed to be a legendary nutcase, isn't he?
Well, the press is a little kinder. They just call him eccentric.
I think I heard he hasn't left his townhouse in over a decade.
He can certainly afford the kind of cash we're talking about.
And then some. This guy's got a bad heart in every sense of the word. You know, the annual Christmas parade usually goes by his property? He actually paid the city to reroute it so he wouldn't have to deal with the riffraff.
Okay, now that we know who bought the heart, what'd you find out about the witch who ripped it off and her history with Michael Payton?
Her name's Sylvia Ehrengraf. Her and Payton crossed paths plenty. They were rivals on a lot of jobs. They worked together just once, though.
Yeah, she mentioned something about the diamond exchange.
That was the job. You drove Getaway. You showed up early and stopped her before she killed the guard.
The guard identified her in a lineup.
She got 10 years for armed robbery, but walked out disguised as the warden after only 6. This dame is dangerously hot. A thief, a con artist, without an ounce of conscience in her soul.
So she has a soul.
Actually, her and Price are a match set, if you will.
You sure it was her?
According to this rap sheet, Ripoff's got a name all over it. Electronics, explosive disguises, it's all part of her MO.
Guess I'll go see a billionaire.
I'm coming with you, Joe.
I think that's such a good idea.
Look, Mara and I have known Kim since she was a newborn. I can't just sit back here and watch. I'm going with you to get that heart.
After all the grief you've given me about letting my personal feelings take over, you expect me to just bring you along?
Damn right I do. It's my car.
Well, wait a minute, what about me?
You hold down the fort at the hospital.
I hate hospitals. They're full of sick people.
What are you gonna do? Call the police? Hello? 911? I just paid $14 million for a stolen artificial heart, and now the witch won't deliver the goods. Could you rush right over here and get this straightened out?
I want to be here to see that, Lenny.
Shut up, you little ferret. I'm not speaking to you. What do you want? More money?
I want lots more money. I mean, let's face it, Lenny. One pulled plug, one crossed wire, you're history.
You want me alive, Ehrengraf. How else are you gonna get what you want?
What I want is that combination to your private vault downstairs. I hear after that slump in the market a few years ago, you panicked and converted part of your holdings to gold.
You're crazy.
You're right. I'm crazy. But I think you're crazier. I mean, come on, old man. Sitting on $100 million in gold? I want the combination. And you can have the heart.
I hope your lungs are as black as your soul.
I should point out your condition is way past critical.
I gave you a career. You spineless, ungrateful.
That debt has been paid off for years, and I am tired of taking your crap. It is time to get what is mine.
You'll rot in hell, both of you.
Sylvia, we should get the nurses. If he dies, we'll never get the cash.
Stathis, untie the nurses.
With pleasure.
When Price comes out of surgery, I want you to tell that old buzzard that I want the combination to that vault downstairs, or I'll tear that heart out of his chest, barehanded.
have much time. According to the information Frankie dug up in the city records, Price has a complete medical suite on the 4th floor with a full-time doctor and 2 nurses.
About security?
Half a dozen guards.
Okay, wish me luck. I'll keep in touch.
I hope you know what you're doing, Joe.
I hear you.
I need to check your pulse, sir.
You did that 5 minutes ago. That's enough.
You have to be patient, Mr. Price. Thank you. You must first stabilize your vital signs as much as possible. Then, once you have been anesthetized, I can begin my work. But if you continue to be so uncooperative, you'll only delay the start of the procedure. Nurse, once Mr. Price is deep under, I'll need you to run a pre-op systems check on the heart prior to replacement. Once we've released it from the fluid sac, the unit must be functioning under its own power source within 8 minutes, or its tissues will begin to corrupt.
Don't damage that heart! Here, doctor. Did you know there's an old man dying in there? Julian, I got it.
What's crime coming to, Peyton?
First you're a liar, now you're a sneak. Next thing I know, you'll be parking in handicapped spaces.
Down the gun or nobody hits the heart.
That heart's worth a lot more than whatever they're paying you to get it back. Now, I got a big score going here, Peyton. Don't interfere.
Put it down.
Put it down!
Kick it here.
Kick it over here.
Girl. Now move.
You always were soft, Michael. Oh, yeah, you were willing to take a risk, but you never wanted anybody to get hurt.
You don't understand, do you? I don't care about you. I don't even remember you.
Give me the heart and I'll cut you in for $10 million.
Go away!
You won't shoot me. Or anybody else. You don't have the guts to.
Try me.
About time.
Here, hold this.
West on 3rd Street, move. I'm going after Peyton.
What happened to the heart?
I don't give a damn about the heart. I want Peyton and I want him dead.
You'll never get away with this.
Oh, drop dead, old man. I've got your $14 million safe and sound in my bank.
I own your bank.
He never intended to pay you until after the heart was in his chest.
He's frozen your account.
You son of a...
Get the heart! Get the heart, or we get nothing.
Move it!
If you cut that any closer, I might have needed the heart myself.
Turned out to be a lot more than just a grab and run, okay?
What happened up there?
Aaron Graff and a gorilla were inside. The old man must have hired him on as extra muscle. Just once, I'd like to meet somebody from my past who doesn't have an axe to grind. She and I had a standoff. She dared me to shoot her. Kill her, right there.
And she knew you wouldn't do it.
Of course she knew I wouldn't do it. I guess as bad as my former self was, he never liked pulling the trigger. Sometimes I wish Peyton had a worse reputation. It'd make things a little easier.
Careful, Joe. Let's get the heart to Kim in one piece.
You put a jacket or something over that thing? It'll exactly look like a Valentine.
Better check in at the hospital. Give Frankie an update.
What is?
What's us, Frankie?
Can I tell you something? You guys are really pushing it. They just hooked the kid up to a respirator. The doc says they'll have to prep Kimberly for emergency surgery and try some kind of hot tissue stimulation, but it doesn't look good.
We've got the heart and we're on our way.
Like I say, Julian, she can't even breathe on her own anymore. I mean, the kid's slipping away. Even if you were to make it here on time, the doc says it's going to be real touch and go if you get my drift.
I've got a clear, fast route mapped on the navigation computer. We're turning off Piedmont Street, heading on...
Poke out my ears!
Frankie? Hello? Our transmission's been jammed.
What is it, Mr. Waters?
Where are they?
They're gonna be here in just a matter of minutes, folks. It's, just a little problem with the car phone.
Dead, Joe. There's no way to get any help from the police or anyone else unless we stop.
Well, we're not stopping. We'll be at the hospital in less than 10 minutes.
care to flush that line of saline, please?
Very well.
People want to know what's being about? Yeah, you don't want to go too.
What are they doing?
They're planning on moving Kimberly into surgery.
The guys will be here, Mr. Ryan. You got my word. Is there any word from downstairs?
We've got him. We'll slow him down until you get here.
Gotcha. Morales and Cooper caught up with him by cutting through traffic. They're gonna slow him down enough so that we can stop him permanently.
Joe, hard left!
It's back online, Julian.
Come on, Julian, get us out of here.
Looks like we've got an entourage.
Got you now.
Sooner or later, a hit's gonna disable us.
Just get us back online.
I'm doing what I can, Joe. I'm trying to build a house of cards on a sinking ship. You got power, Joe. Let's go. Go.
What?
I thought you should know we won't be needing the heart. Mr. Price is dead. Your little assault on him seems to have finished him off.
I told you it's not about the heart anymore. It's about Peyton. Idiot.
Where the hell is Metropole when you need him?
Get it? This neighborhood's under private electronic protection. The only thing that would trip an alarm would be if we stopped.
And if we stop, we're finished.
Trust me, if anybody can do it, those two can. We just have to sit tight.
There.
Oh, like I said, Julian, you are a genius.
Yeah, let's just get there.
Let's just let him get a little closer. Now, Julian, dust him. down, one to go.
Gee, I guess that Peyton's not so easy to kill after all, huh, Miss Aaron Grant?
Shut the hell up, Stathis.
Do it.
Where'd he go?
Damn it, he's on our tail now.
Julian, where the hell are you guys? The doctors are rushing Kimberly into emergency surgery as we speak.
Sending the heart ahead.
Yeah, well, step on it. She can't hold out more than a couple of minutes. That's even with the emergency surgery.
Tell you, they got this poor kid on every life support system in the house.
It's on its way, Frankie.
Just tell Joe to move it.
What was that?
I don't have any idea, but shoot it now.
Yes, ma'am.
Let the crow fly.
Just in time, guys.
I got it! I got it!
Well, now that the heart's in the right hands, let's nail those two.
Looks like he's gonna ram us.
You gotta be kidding.
Should have killed you years ago, Peyton, when I had the chance. Or blown you to bits at the museum.
You don't know when to quit, do you?
Nobody. Oh! Nobody messes with me! Oh!
Just never met us.
We better get out of here, Joe, and let Metro's finest take some credit.
Yeah. What about Price and the doctor?
I called it into Metropole. According to the dispatcher, the old man's dead and Daniels is in police custody.
We can't thank you enough, Julian, for all that you and Joe have done.
You two have given us our child back.
Oh, not quite yet, folks.
How do you mean?
He's still gonna have to pry her out of the Viper.
One more time, Joe?
You got it, Kim. Just let me know when you get bored.